Easy, I'm Jeff Stelling. Andy Townsend is with me, and so too is the Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand. Rio, we talked about Man United signings. So, tell you what, they got a new signing on the basis of what I saw last night, and that's Mason Mount. Because when he came on, he was terrific, and what a bonus that would be for United if they can keep him fit.
Yeah, I saw him out in Chicago, and that's one of the things I said to him, like, how are you feeling? Because he's been robbed of any minutes really for injury, and it's been really, really disappointing to see. And you take you back to when you played, being injured and in the shadows. I never had that at a new club, but when I was at a club, just that is so depressing. Yeah, it can take your soul away at times, and I'm sure he's been in some dark moments, but. Yeah, he will be like a new signing. I think. Listen, he's no surprise. Whenever he's been fit in his career, he's played. At Chelsea especially, and the managers have played him when they won the Champions League, one of the most important players. He has the quality, he has the work ethic, he has the legs, he has the ability to be a really, really good top player, and I just hope he gets the time to play minutes to show himself.
Yeah. I've got some messages for you we've had sent in, Rio. 81089 if you want to text in. James, there's Manchester United fans asking about Marcus Rashford. Do you think the move to Barcelona could help him make the England squad next summer? Do you think he'll get the game time?
I don't think he should be thinking about anything other than Barcelona. I don't think he can be. He hasn't warranted thinking about England for the last few years. I think his full focus should be on getting in and around that team and having impact. Initially, I don't think he'll start. You got Rafinha, who's there talking about a Ballon d'Or. Lamine Yamal talking about a Ballon d'Or, and 30-something or 40-something goals Lewandowski up there. So I think he has to go, and when he gets minutes, impact. Impact. And if he does that, I think he could have a wonderful time there. I really hope he does. He hasn't had a good couple of years. That's been well documented, but this is a wonderful opportunity for a player to be able to go to Barcelona, one of the prestige clubs in the world, to go and perform. You just wait. When that moment comes, do not let it go.
What happened with Jadon Sancho, Rio? What do you think's happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. He's from my area. I know his dad. I know I've known of him for a long, long time, and this kid's ability, I'm telling you, is up there with the best players around. We've seen when he was at Dortmund. If you look at the clips as a kid from Man City, always head and shoulders above anyone. But for whatever reason that is, and we don't know. Again, people at Man United have been trying to unpick why can't we transfer that into a Man United shirt? Is it the size of the club? Is it the application from the player? Has the club let him down? There's so many. Like, what is the reason? Until he comes out one day and speaks about it, I don't think we'll know. But he hasn't been able to transfer his abilities that we've seen as a player at Dortmund into a Manchester United shirt. It just hasn't happened. It's been disappointing.
Look, you did that when you left a big club in Leeds to go to United. So for people like Jadon Sancho, who obviously done so well out in Germany, and then all of a sudden he rocks up at Old Trafford, what is the fundamental difference at Old Trafford compared to these other places where people have excelled, and yet they come to Manchester and find it really tough? What is it?
Expectations are different. The expectations, and then the focus on Manchester United. If a Chelsea player at centre half has a bad game one week, really, do we really hear about it? Do you guys? Is it a focal point of your discussion on a Monday morning?
Not as much.
Is it same with an Arsenal player? If it's a Man United player, it's a months long conversation. Lenny Yoro had a bad game against Southampton. Everybody's writing him off. How many bad games did Levi Colwill have last year? You would have had one or two. Yeah. Never heard about it. There's a big difference in the attention that a Man United player gets. And other fans of other clubs will go, what you talk, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I speak to the players now that go to Man United, and they're like, all of them, no matter where they've come from, is like, didn't realise how big this club was. And the difference with me, sorry Jeff, with me, when I went into a winning environment. I think it's a lot easier to go into a winning, confident, who all know what they're doing without even the manager having to speak. Whereas this lot are all looking for answers.
Bruno Fernandes, sorry Jeff, Bruno, just very quickly, Bruno has been the one sort of player that they've signed in the not too distant past that has been able to hack it, Rio, and does seem to thrive on the responsibility. Not always great to start with, but certainly I think now very much a go-to sort of player.
Yeah, 100%. He has the character, he has the personality. He wants to be the main man. He's embraced that. All I've just said that could be turned into negatives, he's embraced that and said, put it on my shoulders, I will handle it, backed up by quality.
Yeah.
Let's bang through a couple of questions from listeners. George said, could you ask Rio what he makes of Dele Alli possibly retiring at 29?
Oh, well, what a shame that, isn't it? That's another conundrum that you're looking at and going, do you know, I saw an interview that they'd done a documentary with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That hit home, man. That was like Jose Mourinho. He had the Mystic Meg, didn't he? Like the way that panned out. Again, that's another. I think there's a lot more going on behind the scenes with Dele, and I think it will be a nod to looking at players and going, actually, these guys aren't superhuman. They are real human beings that do have issues as well, do have problems, and if they're not addressed and you're not helped along the way at times, or they're not open for help, it can lead to situations like we're seeing with Dele. Because listen, at one point in his career, people were saying numbers-wise, he was doing more than Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, like ridiculous, and the trajectory was like woof. Yeah, and he's obviously kind of fell off a cliff, but the reasons I think are a lot more deeper than we see.
Dean says, can you ask Rio what he thinks of Jared Branthwaite and James Tarkowski, statistically amongst the best defenders last season?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were the bedrock of that team in terms of staying up and remaining as Premier League team. James Tarkowski's he's been exceptional. I think he's first time he missed any minutes last season when he got injured. He's been an absolute, I think, rock for them. And I think he's been a huge help for someone like Jared, who anyone I speak to, whether it's Ashley Young or David Moyes, who have had the chance to play with or coach him, they all unanimously say he's going to go to the top.
A couple of quick ones. Jill says, who do you think our back three will be for the first match?
If all fit, I think. If everyone's fit, I think he'll play Yoro on the right, Maguire or De Ligt, and Luke Shaw on the left.
Yeah, it'd be great if Luke can stay fit as well. Here's Jim, the United fan. Rio being with the team, do you think that Jim Ratcliffe has had a positive impact on the club?
I think initially it was. When he first came, it was like the knight in shining armour when he came in, because the club was at such a low ebb. I think there's been bits in between in terms of getting rid of certain members of staff, or the amount of members of staff that have been there for a long time. And the way in which that was done, I think, led to being a bit of a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths. But I think time will tell how well him and this regime do, because you can't judge this on the back of a year. It's got to be judged over a course of time, because it's 12 years of it unfolding and being so bad and negative around the club that 1 year isn't going to change that. I think you've got to have a good few years at it to reshape the place. There's a new training ground now. The plans for a new stadium are coming. Recruitment now under his regime is going to be, I'm hoping, a bit different and more positive, and it's the signs are positive in that sense. So all these things added up, they're not going to happen overnight to be able to judge him.
Interesting.
What would be a good season for United, Rio? Where do you think they'll finish
Top 8.
this season? Top 8.
Yeah. Top 8 I think is realistic.
Fantastic. And where can we hear your stuff from now on?
Go on to Rio Presents on YouTube. Again, every Monday we're there. I'm going out after here to do a show. And we've got some massive interviews coming. Harry Maguire dropping soon. I said Wayne Rooney, and I'm going to some clubs around the Champions League, Europe, to interview some of the biggest players and managers. So
tough
can't
life,
wait.
mate. Tough life, isn't it?
Yeah. Just subscribe and you'll see it, Jeff.
Rio, really appreciate coming in, mate.
Love to see you guys. Great show. Love the show, by the way.
Thanks, Rio. Hope it all goes really well. I'm certain it will. So, Rio Ferdinand, former Manchester United and England legend. Legend's battered around too much, isn't it? But it's definitely the case with you, mate.
Quite right.
Yeah.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.